Oh, I'm so stressed out today. It's been a long day. It's gonna be a long evening. Everybody's getting on the plane to fly to PaizoCon. Oh, because I said PaizoCon. See what I was thinking? See what happens? Um, Gen Con, they're all gonna have fun. They're all gonna be having fun. I'm not gonna have fun, but I'll be here in sunny South Florida. Oh well, I'll deal with that. What can I say? Hey, I'm Louis Porter Jr., and you're watching Transparency Agenda Daily. Today is Tuesday, August the 15th. Remember, 11 more days to my birthday. Don't think I don't take presents, because I do. I'm not above that. I take presents. I take cash. Cash is my favorite, always. But, some people are not having fun. Some people, oh, well, you're having fun, Sean. That's good. Some people are crying about Gen Con, and oh my God, what can I say? It's going to be Gen Con. It's the big 50th thing. Do I think anything great? Well, whatever. It's going to be another convention. That's how it's going to be. So let's just get all into the day of talking about the cool stuff we got going on. First and foremost, we got our boys at Kickstarter. I haven't seen Reaper in a while, so let's check out what Reaper's doing. I'm guessing Reaper's still doing some big money. Let's see. Oh, only 1.29 million. I guess they're getting slow. They're getting a little weak. They're getting a little slow. Stop it, phone. My phone's beeping too because it's pinging for stuff. So yeah, that was kind of interesting. City of Seven Seraphs. That's where this is going. Boom, 14,300. Just past the halfway point. So it's got 25 days to go. If you're a Pathfinder fan, I hope you're doing the right thing and importing it, because I know a lot of you like Planescape. You Planescape freaks. Don't act like you don't know. So yes, come check it out. And Quest for Doom. Let's see how Quest for Doom is doing. That's also some friends of ours at Frog God. 18,920. They're up 3 times their goal, so they're good. They're going to be good. They ain't going broke is the word I'm looking for. So they'll be happy. Everyone will be happy. Next up, our Patreon, and I would say, hey, support these guys' Patreon, or you can see them live at Gen Con. So I think the majority of people are actually at Gen Con. So Ask a Pathfinder, Clinton Boomer, Every Firm of Painting, Jim Zub. I don't think Jim Zub is there, but you never know. Lessons in the Screenplay, I don't think it's there. Liz Court, Owen Casey Stevens is definitely there. Raging Swan and Wright Publishing. I think they're both going to be there, but I could be wrong. But that's what I've heard. I've heard rumors they're going to be there. So you should check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. People are going to be happy, and people having fun. Some shameless promotion, because I love shameless promotion. First off, of course, my shameless promotion, I'm talking to myself. That's right. New Exodus, we are still doing awesome stuff on New Exodus. We are getting cool stuff together. We're having lots of fun. It's going to be a fun time for me, and I'm going to love it. Oh, yes, I should tell you something else I'm doing. Let me see if I can get this thing right. This is another shameless plug. This is an added shameless plug for tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're having a lovely special event here. Oh, where's that? There's my mouse. Jeez, putting it on the computer. We're having a lovely event. That link I just put in there. That is for an event upcoming for the Transparency Agenda Daily special event with Order of the Ember Die. We're going to be talking about all kinds of fun stuff. I'm sure we'll be talking about some interesting stuff. I'm sure we'll be talking about some stuff of guys who do pretty well in the industry and are well known and well respected. And we'll get some input. And I'm really going to ask some really crazy questions because, God knows I'm going to come from every angle, because that's what I do to have fun. Some people have fun by getting sandwiches or like getting ice cream. I have fun by, terrorizing people. We all have our hobbies. What can I say? Oh, wait. So Stonemeyer blog, I didn't check today, but I know yesterday had that good 10 things for Gen Con. I thought it was interesting. So let's see on today. Still 10 things. So yeah, they might be slow because he might be at Gen Con, which I'm guessing he will be, since now he's actually a publisher. Black Diamond, Gary Ray, I know, was at ACD in Wisconsin just recently. I just saw a picture from him. So yes, I don't think he's done anything. Gary Vaynerchuk has done all kinds of cool stuff as always. And if you're an artist, or if you know any artists, make sure you check out our artist jobs link that we have to ArtStation. There's always a job looking for there. And if you're serious and you want to be a good artist and you want to get in the industry, here's a good place to start. I mean, they need freelancers. Some people need lots of stuff. I mean, there's tons of jobs available. So if you're looking to get in the video game industry in one way or another, I suggest you find a way to do your best and go check them out, because I think it would be awesome. That's just me, though. I'm that kind of person. I think you should, live out your dreams and do that kind of stuff. Not everybody feels that way, but some people do. So live out your dreams. Boom. All right, next up. Let's talk about today's topic. So you saw that title. I was thinking about it. I said, I don't really talk about my business failures a lot. I talk about my successes, yes, of course, because I'm a cocky guy and I don't want to ruin it for myself. But I really don't talk about my failures. So I said, I should really talk about my failures. Let's talk about. I'll tell you a couple. How they ever come to me. We'll just talk about them. You all can ask questions, and yeah, I will be 100% honest. I won't try to gloss it up, make me sound better, because usually they don't work out that way. Let me tell you one of my favorite failures, and this is one that pissed off very badly, and this is one that people can take advantage of right now. People can take advantage of this right now for the future, the coming months. Let me tell you how good this one. So back in the, I'll say early 2000s, because I can't remember the exact date. D20 Modern was doing very, very well. There's a fan base building. Third party was doing very well on it because there was a fan base for it. And they had rules and people loved it. And it was going well. It's what we all wish for. We were like, yes, a modern game that people are playing and they're supporting. Yes, 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 yes. So a couple publishers got together. Well, two publishers in particular. Ronin Arts and Adamant got together and said, was it Ronin Arts? No, it's Chuck Ryan and Adamant. Was it? See, I have to go back. This is a long time ago. Okay, well, here's the basic premise. It's kind of crazy. So basically, these 4 third-party companies got together and said, hey, instead of us competing for the market and trying to get pieces, how about we team up together and do something kind of cool? We'll do a series called Modern Dispatch, and each week we'll release a different thing, but from each company. So for like the first week, it's company A. The second week, it's company B. Third week, it's company C. And fourth week, it's company D. And then you repeat it every month. So every month you have a release, and it goes under this Modern Dispatch look, but it can be from your company. You sell it from your thing, but everybody looks like it's a whole unified thing. And I was like, that's a brilliant idea. And for some reason, they asked me when they were doing it, and for some crazy reason, I said no. I still don't know why I said no. Looking back, I can't remember. I think I was really stupid. It was a horrible business failure, and it was the dumbest things I ever did. I can't remember what happened and why I even said no, but I said no for a reason. And then it became a huge, big seller for D20 Modern and the guys who were making it. And it helped sell a lot of companies, did very well under it. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I'm going to see if I can find some stuff on my hard drive from it because, you know, I keep all my stuff ready and available just in case. Boom. D20 Modern. Hold on. All this fantasy stuff. Lots of fantasy stuff. If you didn't know, I have a ton of PDFs. If you did not know that already, I'd be surprised that you didn't think I didn't have a ton of them. I do have a ton of them. Yeah, no, I know Adam Entertainment did them. God, there's a lot of people who did them. I can't. Geez, I can't find them all. This is horrible. RPG Objects did some too. That's right. Ronin Arts, RPG Objects, Adamant, and who was the other person I cannot think of? I just can't think of it. I really can't. Yeah, tons of. Oh God, I have so many. It's ridiculous. Have you ever wondered like how many PDFs I actually have? This one folder that holds like the majority of them says I have 2,228 items. So how much is that in actual weight of stuff? I'm kind of curious now. I know this is off topic, but you know, it's not that much. It's only like 25 gigs of stuff, so it's all relative. You know. Hey Tim, what's going on? So we've got all this going on, and these guys went off and did this thing, and it became a huge success. And that was a smart idea because what it did was it teamed up 4 very powerful, at the time, D20 Modern companies to work together to get product out. That being said, I then approached some other guys when I heard Starfinder was coming out, and I said, hey, we should do something like this Modern Dispatch. That's right. I already jumped ahead on that one because I knew that was a good idea. So I reached out to a couple companies. They're going to talk to me after the whole thing gets released. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to put it out. So here's the thing. I just want you to think about that. Think about the top 4 guys who are going to probably be doing something for Starfinder. Me, Legendary Games. Who else is doing something for Starfinder? That's the only 2 I know because that's 2 I'm worried about. Me and because we're friends, and I know they're going to do a lot of stuff, and I'm going to do a lot of stuff. Geez, I see Trollord. I think it's Trollord's doing one. I don't know. And I see faces, but I can't think of names all of a sudden. I've gone blank. That's what happens when you get old. So I'm thinking there will probably be like, honestly, there'll probably be like 10 people doing stuff. There will be Rogue Genius, yeah. But I don't consider Rogue Genius because it's Owen. It's Owen works for the company, he's the creative director. But like, I don't even consider that. I don't think even Owen can join with us because of his connection. I would like to, you know, of course, Owen's a friend, so of course I'd like to do some stuff. Plus, Owen wrote the book, and I know Owen. I know Owen's design style. I knew it when I saw stuff. I knew stuff I saw was going to be there. Not really a big surprise. And then, so I think that once this stuff gets out, the top 10 main players will fight over positioning. Certain people will automatically be at the top because of the connection to Paizo, and they're just due to the location of them being in Seattle. I've said that for years. It just happens to be that way. Guys who are close just happen to get better information because you can see the guys out in the street and talk to them. Hey, so, that kind of thing. So that's very natural. I think there's going to be a lot of people trying stuff. I think people want to do stuff because, it will be the new money place to be, and people will want new stuff. Case in point, I have stuff I've done. I've got a Starship one done. I'm going to be doing more Space Hazards. I'm going to finish it up this week. And I'm going to release like every week or every other week, just something steady, something fun, something that'll make me happy, and stuff like that. And just test the waters, because that's what's going to be. We're going to be testing the waters initially. Everyone's going to be freaking out, putting out stuff, going crazy. But guys like me, I'm taking it real slow. I don't have to jump on the market and try to take. Look, I got a lot of D20 future stuff I've done that I'm going to be converting. I'm not worried. Plus, they didn't announce and put out anything for Mecha yet, which is really the thing I'm looking for. And, I really want to know, from my friends and people I know, how they built their mecha suits. Is it going to be more like what I would like them to be like? You have a suit and you have sections and you can put stuff all in it. You can put as much stuff in it. It's a point-based system. I like point-based systems. They're semi-balanced. And I'm hoping that we can do something like that with this. If it doesn't, which will tear me apart, make me upset, I'll still do stuff for it. I mean, it's not kidding anybody. I got a book called Weapons of Power Armor Destruction, so I'm going to do a book on it. That wasn't even a question. Yeah, Sean, I'm kind of hoping it isn't like the Starships. I'm hoping it's a little different, because the Starships I'm not happy with, really, because they've kind of blocked some things in that I didn't like. But like I said, we did for me. Okay, shameless plug. I'm trying to tell you about bad stuff, and I'm telling you good stuff. We did one. I'm doing one right now. I'm finishing it up. I think it's like 12 or 13 items you put into it, so you can use for the game. So it's enough so you can play and have a good time. That's really the focus. But let me get back to failure. So like I said, I didn't join up this, and that was a big opportunity that I missed. One of my other biggest failures, me getting in fights. When I was younger, I was very much the let me show you how badass I am. Fuck you, and that was not a good long-term plan. I mean that in the smartest sense. It put me in a bad position because of my ego and my cockiness, and I almost lost my company because of it. I got in fights with people I really shouldn't have gotten in fights with, but there's certain people that fundamentally I have a main idea. My main idea is that everything should be fair and above board. There shouldn't be any BS behind the scenes stuff, and a lot of stuff goes on in the gaming industry. Don't kid yourself. It's like any industry. There are people who know people who get stuff moved, and that's just the way it is. I've accepted that. I'm much older now, more experienced. But when I was younger, I was like, screw that. That's garbage. Doesn't make sense. One guy in particular, Philip Reed and I had a lot of conflict. Philip Reed and I were, I'd say, diametrically opposed on the design of things and how things were handled. And I've said before, and I'll say again, I believe that he had a deal working with RPG Now and DriveThru that gave him a much lower percentage rate than anybody else, because he basically convinced them that he was an important guy, drawing traffic to them, drawing money. I've always said that. I always believe that. And just the facts kind of fit that way when you look at the whole story. But what I didn't think long term, was getting a fight with him and Gareth Sarkar at the same time was not a smart play. I was very much angry with Phil because of some stuff that he did. I thought he did some dirty pool stuff. And the biggest one being our Weapons of Power Armor Destruction. I'll tell Phil's story before, but I just want people to understand. I put the product out. He called me one Sunday. Was like, hey, I don't think this is a really good product. I think you should pull it. I didn't realize when I put it out that he'd already put out another thing for his thing of Power Armor that was done earlier, but I hadn't seen it. I legitimately had not seen it. And I put mine out. Mine sold very well. Mine was relatively cheap. We did a really cool idea, and we bent the rules in a way from OGL that was great and simple, and people loved it. Basically, we took the rules for, Mecha something, and we basically made it smaller for Power Armor. We just basically took the core stuff, took it out, put it in, boom, and made Power Armor. And it was simple. It was very, very simple. We didn't charge that much, and it wasn't that much work. And we made a ton of money on that product. That product still sells today, because it's one of those products that just sells because the idea was great, it was simple, and people wanted it. So it sold. And we were like, yay. And then Phil and I got in this whole, this was, I think that was the first step of our bigger and longer disturbing stuff. And Phil's always been an inside guy, and I've always been an outside guy in the sense of, he's been in the industry. He's very much an industry guy. I don't want to be that kind of industry guy. I have bigger dreams in this industry than just being a big industry guy. My dream is to be a big media guy. This is just one step in my media empire, point blank. Like I told you before, the money I use to do this kind of stuff, I'm not using just to buy games. I'm trying to buy apartments and houses and rent them out to make more money. See, that's my end goal. My end goal is to be much, much bigger than me in this room, with all the cool stuff in it. But I have a much bigger vision for everything I'm going to do. And that's why I talk to people about stuff. That's why I say, hey, let's do this kind of thing. Let's talk about this thing. And yes, I should be a Gen Con to do it. But at the same time, I go to Gen Con, I guess it's different for me being a single parent with a son. There's some issues. It's like I can't do those kind of things. And I wish I could, but I can't. I just, I make choices. I make choices that are different. Great example. Lucas just got sick today. He came home. He was talking to his aunt. He didn't feel well. He went to bed like at 6 o'clock. If I had been getting on a plane going somewhere, they're like, oh, I got to go to Gen Con. Oh, Lucas is sick. Oh, what's going on? He's my son. I'm his father. He doesn't have his mother. So anything that happens is extremely important to me. I got to make sure he's okay. And those are important things. So, I mean, I have to take some things that are, I miss Gen Cons. I miss tons of Gen Cons. I miss Gen Con for years and years and years. I try to spend as much time with Lucas as I can. I try to, make him involved in everything I do. And sometimes he likes and sometimes he doesn't. But, as a business guy, it's tough because you've got to choose what's more important, your business or your son. And for me, it's always my son. So I'll put my business stuff on the side. And, it does hurt me sometimes. And it does cause me to have failures. I mean, I've tried things. Hell, a lot of people don't even realize. I tried doing a music line. That's right, a line of music for just general music. I was talking to some guys who were doing some MP3 stuff. I was like, hey, could you design music for my stuff? We did 2 songs, and they're still available for sale at RPG now. But they didn't sell well. That was a failure. I didn't spend much money on it, but it was a failure. It didn't make money. We did a board game, Courtroom Clash. That was an update of another game that like the art game we did. We had somebody develop it as a board game. That was my first attempt as a PDF board game. It still sells once in a while, but it's not a great seller. I mean, I have it in there. It's like, oh, there's, I've tried a lot of different things. I think you should try as many different things as you can to see what works and what doesn't work. And a lot of stuff won't work. My favorite joke always is, I did a source book on dogs. I did a source book on dogs. It didn't sell well, but it's my favorite. I did a source book on dogs for D20 Modern. If you need some cool kind of dogs, we got it in there. Because dogs are important, and I like dogs. And people are like, that's stupid. Why'd you do a thing like that? I'm like, because I like dogs. Was it financially the best choice? No, of course not. But I like dogs, and I want to do a source book on dogs, so I did it. And, I laugh about it now because I get perspective. But it's tough. I mean, when you're in this business and you're just starting out, you're just trying to get stuff together, and you're wondering why some people get press over you and stuff like that. Don't get tied up in that kind of stuff, because that's the stuff that pulls you down. That's the stuff that makes you like, the bad person. I don't think that just because someone likes someone else's stuff doesn't mean they don't like yours. You should always, look, we're a small pond. We're all in the small pond. We're all together. We should always spend time pushing each other up. That being said, do I love everybody in this industry? Of course not. I don't love everybody. There's some people I will never get along with because they fundamentally diametrically opposed to me. That being said, the people who directly I really can't stand, I'll tell you, face to face. I'm not going to smile in the face and be like, oh, we're buddies. No, I'm like, no, I don't like that guy. But I'll tell you why I don't like that guy. But 90% of the people in this industry, I like very well. I've had a very good relationship. Why would I not? Generally, most people are great. And like anything, there's always people on the extremes that you just don't get along with. It's just the way it is. But I think if you're honest with people and you tell them the truth and you treat them nicely, you should do pretty well. This industry is a pretty well-known and well-respected industry. People like working with other people, and they'll do everything that help you out. I found this industry to be a lot more open and friendly in situations where I didn't think they would be. Would I like to get more involved? Of course I would. But at the same time, I've got to make business choices. And sometimes the choices I make are bad choices. But I think you got to try stuff. I think you have to have, okay, you should be able to try anything that you create that costs $200 or less. You should be able to try it. Just try it. If it's $200 and less, just try it. Don't even think about it. And I mean this for anybody. If you're a small company starting out, I don't care. If it's $200 or less, you should try it automatically. And you're like saying, but Lewis, $200, I only make $50 a month. Well, then you need to sell more and need to try stuff. You need to take $200 and figure out how to make that money back. And I think that doesn't happen often too. I think, I know when I look at my products, I look at the time I put in, the stuff I put in, how much can I make this product, how cheaply can I make it? Because that's really the name of the game. The cheaper the product you make, the better it will cost you in the long run. So some stuff like, I'll say I'll write it, or I'll find some stock art. I'll do whatever I can to make it as cheap as possible, and then I release it. Some stuff's really good, some stuff isn't. It all depends. But you've got to figure out a way to do stuff for $200. A $200 investment in a product that will make you $500 is not a bad thing. But you've got to work hard at it. You got to figure out a way to do it. You got to also be able to lose that $200. Lee Hammock always said to me, the RPG industry is the only place we start out with hundreds of thousands to make tens of thousands. And that's kind of a funny idea, but it's true. You got to be able to lose money, and it may not be something you want to hear and something you don't want to admit to, but you're going to lose money. You're going to lose money in this industry. You're going to lose money on stuff. You're going to get your ego kicked in the nuts. People are going to talk about your stuff badly. I had one guy just reviewed a product we just released, our Anointed Guardian. Actually, let me read it to you so you understand what it feels like, so you can get the whole concept of what I'm telling you about. Because I think you need to, this is the moment you need to toughen up a little bit. And this isn't a pleasant moment. When this happened to me, I did my usual, I'm like, what an idiot. And that's what you say first, and then you read it and you go, what a real idiot. And then you continue going. That's what happens. This guy put this up. He goes, I just picked this up hoping it had been changed from the initial playtest doc. And what I'm seeing is still more of the same. Both the class abilities feel like simple cut and paste. Also, what's the point of having benedictions? As far as I can tell, the class is extremely limited number of benedictions. Am I missing something? Also, the ability reads simply as a set of specific class-stated subclasses. However, the benedictions are used to power these regular paladin abilities. This is a great idea. So this is a great chance to have a differentiating the class and truly make it unique. Now, I want you to understand, this guy wrote this on the forum where I released the product. He didn't care. He's like, oh, this is how I felt about it. He goes, I picked up this in hoping that things would change from the initial playtest. This guy, and I told everybody, when you pick up the playtest, do us a favor, send back some comments we'd like to hear back. We didn't hear any comments back. Not a one. Not a one. Want to know why? Because people like free stuff. They don't always like to comment, because comments actually means work, and that's not always a good thing for people. And that happened. So this guy then gets the whole thing and says, oh, it's more of the same. It's like, yeah, I wonder why it was more of the same, because you didn't make a comment on it. Oh, that's right, you didn't. And this stuff happens. And this is what's infuriating about the industry. It sounds horrible for me to say it like that, but it's true. It's like, here's a dude who basically dissed my product in the product release for the thing. In the actual release, he put this little thing. Now, there's all kinds of reasons he could have put this. He didn't like it, whatever. A lot of people don't like stuff. I'm so used to it now, it's not going to affect me mentally. But here's something else you may not have considered. And this is something I found out in this industry. It wasn't pleasant, but I think it's also understandable. Some people in this industry will put bad reviews because their friends have products out that are similar. Yeah, that does happen. That's happened. My feeling is very simple. If it's another product that I have similar to somebody else's, I'm not going to rate their product versus my product. My product's separate from theirs, and I'm not going to get involved in that. Like we did the Machine Smith. The smartest thing we did with the Machine Smith is we gave it away for free. Let people play test it. They made comments, and then we did a round of changes. This time we did the exact same thing for the Anointed Guardian. We told them where it was. We told them to check. People didn't respond. I'll give you another good one of that. We told everybody we're going to release in this product. Some guy writes in the thing, goes, "Hey, when will be available on the SRD?" And I'm like, well, after we make some money on it to pay the writer and the artist who did the work for it, then we're hoping it'll be on the SRD. But we're hoping that you might want to support us before so we can make more product. See, people like products. They don't always want to pay for them, but they like the products. And that's the weird part. Because here's where it gets really weird, and this is just something I don't get. If I give away the Machine Smith totally for free on RPG now. It is readily available. You can get it. You don't need to buy any books for it. The entire thing that we put up there, you can use and play and have a great time and never, ever, 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 ever need to buy anything for it. You can use that and go. But that is like one of the best-selling products I've ever had, even though we tell people, oh, yeah, the free rules are up, you know, but you can buy it over here. The exact same thing. You can buy it over here. Boom. People always buy it. They check the free thing, and then they go to buy it. See, Sean, it's not weird that people want free stuff. I get that. But it's the free stuff they pick up, and then they buy it. It's like, why would you buy it? You just want free. Oh, no, I'm just supporting you. And those are the true fans. Those are the fans that I love the most. So anybody does that for my company, I go out of my way to say, yes, what do you need? Let me tell you some more stuff. And that's why I give away stuff and let stuff play test, let you people do stuff like that before we put it out finally. But then we have people who don't even respond back, and they get upset. Oh, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. Well, I don't know what was inside your head. I mean, what was inside our head? You know, that's what we made. We made that game. You know, I've had people complain, oh, this thing isn't what I thought it was going to be. You saw it. How did you not? You saw what we were doing. What was the surprise? There was no surprise. But, you know, this industry is tough, and, you know, there's times where I don't do well in it because my mouth talks pretty much fire, and I don't feel like holding my tongue on certain things. When people do dumb things, I'm like, that was stupid. And, you know, that isn't the best thing to do. And sometimes you shouldn't talk about people like that. But sometimes they do stupid things. Some people deserve to be talked about when they do stupid things. I've always believed that. I'm going to try to change. I'm not changing that. Look, if you do something stupid, and you know it's stupid, and you did it because you admit it was stupid, then you get talked about. Don't get mad at me because I've proven what you did was stupid. Just accept the stupidity and keep it. Yeah, but Sean, here's the weird thing. People still torrent and don't always buy the stuff. But I can track, you know, one of our best sellers is Machine Smith, even though the product is freely available. The product's freely available, and people are still buying it. You know, if you could eat a sandwich every day, why would you pay for a sandwich? Well, you know, people like the sandwich. And it really comes down to people like the quality of the work that we did so much they thought it was necessary to give us money. You know, and this falls under the Gary Vee thing of, you know, give, and then ask. So that's kind of what we did with that. We gave them everything they needed to play the game. We did everything solid there. Here you go, knock yourselves out. And then we said, oh, by the way, here's the full version if you want to pick it up. And still, it's not, they're both a full version. But still, they bought it. They bought it. I don't know why. I think it's cool. I mean, wow, man, it is very cool that people like us so much they want to support us. So I think that's how some people for Pathfinder stand. Yeah, it's very weird. It's very weird, but it happens sometimes. So as a publisher of third-party things, all I can tell you is you're going to have failures. You're going to have lots of business failures. You're going to get into conflicts with people. You're going to not like everybody who's in the industry. You know, you're going to have these things happen. But I'll tell you this much. It's happened to me, so I can only tell you for me. I got in an issue with, you know, a lot of people over Nick Logue's Razor Coast and not coming out. And I pissed off a couple people. And at the time, I didn't understand what was going on. Nick Logue was having some serious issues. I didn't know that. When I found out later about it, I apologized to the man face to face because, you know, I was wrong and he was right. And he had every opportunity. He could have been a total ass to me. But he actually was very, very classy, and I was the idiot, and I felt bad. And I was wrong. And, you know, he handled it very coolly. And, you know, out of that little story, Tim Hitchcock was talking to another friend of ours, of mine, well, mine and his, and he was like, you know, I can't stand that Lou Porter. The friend knew about me apologizing to Nick. He told him that story. He goes, oh, I didn't even know that. And it's like, and then we became, I'd say, better friend relationship. You know, failures are going to happen all the time. Just be man enough to say you're sorry and you apologize. And if you make a product that doesn't sell, don't worry about it. Put it up there and just keep moving. Move on to your next product. Don't wallow in what you did wrong. It happened. It didn't work out. Boom. Next. Just keep it moving. Keep it moving. That's all you can do. That's what a smart person does. You just keep it moving. All right. I'm getting out of here. I got some more work to do. I got some more stuff to do. Tomorrow. Oh, that's right. Tomorrow. I showed you the link. Tomorrow we're going to have a special edition. So come by. The guys from the order will be here. It's going to be awesome. I think we're going to talk a lot of different stuff. I think we're going to keep it very light. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be odd because it's a Wednesday night, but it's, you know, before Gen Con, so we know why. And it's everyone's at Gen Con. Yo, Gen Con this. But yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to have some interesting questions for them. And I'm sure if you have some questions, come watch. I'm going to hope to see if I can do it through YouTube, not through Facebook. I'll put a link up, of course, on Facebook, but it's going to most likely be through YouTube. So don't come to our Facebook like you normally would if you're a normal fan. Go to our YouTube. You can see the thread, and we'll see what's going on, and I'll see if it works pretty well. I'm hoping this works pretty well. Ooh, busy folks. So, as always, like a good night. Go to your parents if you can. Give them a call. Tell them what you love them. Tell them what you're thinking about them. They appreciate you. Your kids, your kids, not your siblings, your kids, your children, whatever, your little micro humans. Give them a hug and kiss. Tell them that you love them. Tell them that they're important. Tell them they can do anything in the world. They need that kind of encouragement. Oh, before I forget, you can subscribe on YouTube over here if there's a little button. It might be a little button. I'm even putting the right spot. I don't even know. Also, you can get us on Facebook right here in front. And that's going to be it. So Wednesday, come by for the show, same time. It should be a lot of fun. There might be cake. There probably won't be, but I'm going to hopefully get some cake. You all have a lovely evening. I'm getting out of here, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. See ya.